celebrations or events, it'll change which category we're lit up under.
So tell me what categories you put on the clock.
So we have home, work, on the way, forest, holiday, and mortal peril.
Okay, home, work, on the way, I get all those. What does the forest look like in your family's life?
That's part of the fun of the project, is that everyone gets to categorize it in different ways. So for me as a Duke student, we have the Duke Gardens just outside of campus, so I'm able to draw a radius around that on the computer and say, if my phone enters this line, then send me to forest.
Huh.
My mom, for her running trail back at home, just draws an area around where she runs through. So whenever she brings her phone on that run, she'll be set to forest.
Cool. And what about mortal peril?
Mortal peril. I think only a couple of us actually have rules for that one, but we try to find humorous ways to light up that one.
What's your mortal peril?
My mortal peril is I'm signed to work for Microsoft next year, and if their stock drops below their 3-year low, it automatically sets me to mortal peril.
That's awesome. So let's get not super far into the technical weeds, but let's just explain a little bit how this works.
All the LEDs inside the clock are all wired up in a string, which is wired up this little microcontroller chip called the Photon, which can connect to Wi-Fi and receive messages through it.
I understand. So you have 3 siblings, and you guys are in your 20s, or a couple of them are teenagers still. Was everyone so keen on this? Because when you're a teenager, do you necessarily want your parents or everyone else in your family to know exactly where you are at any given time?
Right, my sisters weren't too keen, as I predicted. I had to make sure they would all agree to this before I started the project.
How has this worked for your family? Do people really keep tabs on one another this way?
My mom will tell me that before she goes to bed, she'll check it, and if she sees everyone up at home, then she knows we're all either in bed or in a dorm, and it's a nice little comforting thing.
Trey Bagley, he's the designer of a real-life Weasley clock. Thanks so much for talking with us, Trey.
Thank you.
I'm Brooke Gladstone, co-host of On the Media.
After the death of Justice Scalia, all eyes are on the court. But what do we really know about how it works? For instance, did you know that in closed session, the newest justice has to speak last? Or that the court often decides cases before oral arguments even begins? The secrets of the High Court on next On the Media. This morning at 10 on 93.9 FM.
WNYC is supported by the City of New York, which is offering general obligation bonds to individual investors on Monday, February 22nd. The preliminary official statement and more information are available through financial advisors and broker-dealers. WNYC and Radio Love Fest is supported by the American Express Foundation, working to empower nonprofit leaders and mobilize employees and card members to serve the communities where they live and work. AmericanExpress.com/CSR.
This week's puzzle with Will Schwartz is coming up next, so get ready for that. You're listening to Weekend Edition on WNYC. Good morning, I'm David First. The acting head of New Jersey Transit has sharply criticized a federal labor panel's proposal for avoiding a potential strike by union rail workers. Dennis Martin says the agency and riders can't afford the cost of a settlement endorsed by a second presidential emergency board. He also said that recommendations calling for platinum-level health benefits are, quote, unreasonable and excessive. The unions have been working without a new contract since 2011. Taking a look at the weather, it's pretty warm for this time of year. It's 51 degrees right now, sunny for the most part. It's going to continue to become cloudier as the day moves along. It'll be overcast by this afternoon. We'll have a high around 56 degrees and then some rain in the evening, cloudy overnight, a low around 37 degrees. Starting the work week with a sunny day, but a bit cooler than what we've been seeing this weekend, that's for sure, getting up to a high around 47 degrees tomorrow. This is WNYC right now, 8:41.
Support for NPR comes from member stations. And from Jones Day, an integrated partnership collaboratively providing legal services for more than a century. 42 offices, 5 continents, serving clients as one firm worldwide. Learn more at jonesday.com. And the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, working with others to build a culture of health, enabling all in America's diverse society to lead healthier lives, now and for generations to come. On the web at rwjf.org.
This is Weekend Edition from NPR News. I'm Rachel Martin. Donald Trump is feuding with the Pope. And if that makes your brain kind of hurt, let's play the puzzle. Joining me now is Will Shorts. He is puzzle editor of the New York Times and Weekend Edition's puzzle master. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Rachel.
Okay, Will, remind us of last week's puzzle.
Yeah, it was an easy one. I said name something to eat, change one letter in it, and rearrange the result. You'll name a person who makes this thing. What is it? Well, the answer was bread to baker. And I tell you, we had an amazing alternative answer. You know tamaki? It's a sushi hand roll, T-E-M-A-K-I.
Okay.
And you can do that operation and you get itami.
Wow.
I-T-A-M-A-E. It's a skills sushi chef.
Wow. And you didn't know that answer.
Oh, I did not know that, no.
Very
But,
cool.
we've got some smart listeners.
Indeed. So we got over 1,200 correct answers this week. Our randomly selected winner is Marianne Gedert. She lives in Georgetown, Kentucky, and she's on the line now. Marianne, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did this come pretty easily to you?
It came very easily. I got it right away.
Oh, good for you.
And I was sitting at the breakfast table, and there was bread on the table.
Oh, so you kind of had a hint there lying right in front of you. What's life like in Georgetown, Kentucky?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to live in the middle of bluegrass. Very pretty.
And I understand you were a school teacher. You're retired now. What did you teach?
I taught Spanish and German.
I think that people who are good at languages are typically good at puzzles, right, Will?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, Marianne, are you ready to put your skills to the test and do the Sunday puzzle with us?
I am.
All right, then, Will, take it away.
All right, Marianne and Rachel, today you're going to have to hide your ego. Every answer is a familiar two-word phrase or name in which the first word ends in the letter E and the second word starts G-O. For example, if I said something you might say when you're about to take a plunge, you'd say, here goes.
All right, let's give it a go.
Number 1, an outdoor game sometimes called putt-putt.
Miniature golf.
That's it. Number 2, Odin or Thor.
Would you repeat that?
Odin, O-D-I-N, Odin or Thor.
Norse god.
Norse god, is it? A term in economics for cars, home appliances, and other purchases intended to last a long time.
Rachel, can you help me on this one?
Yeah, I think so. This is a hint. The last word is good.
Z, plural.
Z. Oh, yeah, goods. Here I am thinking I'm being so smart. Goods. And the first word is something that's really sturdy. Durable.
Durable goods.
Durable
Right?
goods,
Am I
is
right?
it? Good. Yes, you got
I know
it.
what I'm talking about, but...
Bingo.
Okay, good.
Try this one. Jacking up the cost of things during an emergency. Like there's a scarcity of things, and what do unscrupulous dealers do?
They, oh no.
They raise their...
That's right.
It's a price
Good.
gouge.
Okay, price gouge. Price gouging. Good one.
Right.
There you go. Try this one. Chit chat about rumors and such.
Some kind of gossip. Idle gossip.
Idle gossip is it. Howard Hughes's airplane.
The spruce goose.
That's it. To silently signal one's parting, especially from a distance.
To wave goodbye.
Wave goodbye. Good. Political entity between federal and local.
State government.
That's it. Another name for the ibex, so called because of the mountain range it inhabits.
The alpine goat.
Oh man, good job.
Good.
Hit singer of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, married to Steve Lawrence.
Katie Blomé.
That's it. And here's your last one. Words of praise after someone does a fine job.
Words of praise. Something good?
No. Someone does a good job, and you would say, and the first word is nice.
Nice going.
Nice
Going, is it?
Nice going, Marianne. Good work. For playing the puzzle, you get a weekend edition of Pel Pin and puzzle books and games. If you're curious, you can read about your prizes at npr.org/puzzle. And where do you listen to us, Marianne?
WEKU from Richmond, Kentucky.
Marianne Gettert of Georgetown, Kentucky. Marianne, thanks for playing the puzzle.
Oh, well, thank you.
Will, what's up for next week?
Yes, the challenge comes from listener Alan Christensen of Seattle. Think of 3 8-letter words that are identical in spelling except for the 4th letter. Each word contains a G that is pronounced differently in all 3 words. What words are they? So again, 3 8-letter words. They are spelled the same except for the 4th letter. Each word has a G that's pronounced differently in all 3 words. What words are they?
When you have the answer, go to npr.org/puzzle, click on the submit your answer link, and just 1 entry per person, please. Our deadline for those entries is Thursday, February 25th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to include a phone number where we can reach you at about that time, because if you're the winner, then we'll give you a call, and then you get to play on the air with the puzzle editor of the New York Times, and he is Weekend Edition's puzzle master, Mr. Will Shortz. Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Rachel.
When you think of tract homes, you might think of cookie cutter designs where the houses all look practically identical, but not all tract homes are the same. Architect William Kreisel did everything he could to break the monotony, with vaulted ceilings and butterfly roofs. Now he's being honored by the place whose bold and colorful look he helped define nearly 60 years ago. We're talking about Palm Springs, California.